What's up, LA? Is everyone happy? It sure as hell is good to see everybody.
Love you.
I'm like walking around with a bunch of vitamins and a bunch of whiskey.
Yeah.
That's how we roll. Guys, any men in here, I just want first and foremost to apologize. Any of you guys, boyfriends, dads, I just want to apologize. You know, I feel your pain, but I will tell you, as a dad, or a boyfriend, or husband, or a significant other, this is scoring you major brownie points. Some husbands get mad, but they're happy when you come back. Score! So no, seriously, thank you for being here, man. It's like, it means the freaking world to be in LA. And I know it's a very chill environment, which is actually kind of awesome. And it's amazing. This is my French family. I'm usually in Paris with these guys. But to be home is pretty amazing. So obviously I don't get a ton of time with you guys. This is about you. And question: do you want to know? This is about you. Love you right back, man. It's really special and to be here. I'm just gonna have a sip of whiskey and chill out because it's been a hell of a week. I did 9 flights in 10 days. And 2 of them were international. Cheers, my friend. So I haven't released this yet. The whiskey I did, but I've got to put this on socials. But this bourbon that we just released, a Forbes article came out on Wednesday that this is rated as one of the top 5 whiskeys in the world. Thank you for that, which is insane. So yeah, I literally walk around slinging vitamins and whiskey. People are like, "Well, you have vitamins. Why do you have whiskey?" I'm like, "Because life's about balance, motherfucker." What do you want to know? Yeah, right? What's going on, my friend? You're so kind, man. Thank you for the love. It means the freaking world, man. One thing I will say, you kiddo, what's up in the hoodie?
Okay, I need to know this question. What's your favorite day-to-day clothes? Because I bought this hoodie just so I could spray it with your clothes and smell like you.
What is my favorite article of clothing? Oh, cologne. I had a huge fragrance campaign actually years ago. It was called Azaro. It was actually it was a fragrance from 1978, which is when I was born. And it was a big deal. It was Clarence owned the company, and it was a whole big huge thing. And it was a massive contract, and I got to travel the world doing it. But I don't wear cologne. It's really, really bad for you. Crazy, right? Oils are amazing. I love oils, natural oils. If you do wear a lot of, and perfume companies are gonna freaking hate me, but one of the biggest things that keeps us sick in this world is fragrance. It's the silent killer in our homes, in our oh hey, what's up? Good to see you. It's in our homes everywhere. It's in our laundry detergents. It's in our dish detergents. It's in everything because everyone wants things to smell good. Well, guys, we're not bees. And it's one of the biggest silent killers. Phthalates are horrible for us. And if you go and dive into a little bit of the research and you spray go spray perfume on a leaf and come back to that leaf in about the next morning or something. Tell me what you find. Fragrance, we've all been convinced that if we smell like these fragrances, good things are going to come to us. Well, what good things are going to come to us is disease. It's so crazy to me.
What if I hug you and get your natural scent?
You know, by the way, I'll make that happen. You know what my natural scent is right now? Horse. Because we just got another horse, and I reek of horses right now. But if you do want to smell good, start getting into oils. Don't douse yourself in it, but natural oils. I mean, everything from amber and citrus and geranium, and dude, when you dive into natural organic. What's up, Paula? When you dial into natural organic oils, because you're only using little bits of it, so you don't have to worry. You just spend a tiny bit extra money because it's so small, it lasts forever. Get the natural stuff, and you feel better. You smell better. Everything, you can get all that stuff. Natural. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. Scents are what are killing us. One of the things. So just be aware. Don't take my word for it. Dive into the science. Look it up. There's a little company called Google. It'll tell you all sorts of shit. Although that's probably about to be tainted because of AI and all the fake stuff we're about to see, right? I'm just gonna do this because I hate having to pick. It makes me what's up, dog? Oh, here, I'll start in the very front row. I owe you.
Hi.
What up, dude?
So the question I wanted to ask earlier is, what did you take away from your character on the Vampire Diaries as being Damon? Did you learn more about yourself as a person?
What did I take away from Damon?
Yeah, did you learn more about yourself?
This is like vacation for me. I have not been able to sit for this long in a while. What I took from Damon was, if you slice the neck, no. Look, listen, guys, I'm just going to be super clear with you. Damon was an egotistical, maniacal bastard. Right? Yes, he was funny, and everyone loves him, but he was an asshole. Let's just be straight. The guy was mean, but he was funny as hell. And he was fiercely loyal. But I think, and don't kill me, and everyone's going to be all pissed off about the whole Elena thing, but the true love story of Vampire Diaries was the brothers. And one of the things that I learned from Damon was brotherhood and family. Unless your family just really sucks, but family is everything. Obviously, you could build a non-nuclear family, but family's everything, and we all like that because I'm from Louisiana, and it's very European mentality, But wait, were you moderating something?
You go. You do your magic.
No, you tell me. Do we have a system of do we have a system of questions?
Well, you pick the questions, you do your magic, and I'm here just to control the time, but it's all fun.
Okay, you sure?
Sure.
Be positive.
Tell me about it.
Absolutely positive and positive.
Absolutely
Positive. Okay. So that's what I learned, which is just that stage in my life was really special. And I also learned from Damon, because I didn't learn this in Lost, which is probably why they killed me. Woo! Boone was so fucking serious. I was 25, I thought I had to be so in the moment, man. Studying acting and reading all these books and shit. Boone wasn't funny. It's probably why Boone died. Because at the end of the day, and I think I was late to set twice, which was bad. It was my fault. It was because it was an alarm thing, but humor heals everything. And what I learned from Damon is humor is a medicine for pain. And we all experience pain like a lot, right? And humor is how we heal that. And it's a really special, memento. I always knew that because I come from a big, loud, boisterous Louisiana family. They're very, loud and Cajun and, they talk with their hands as much as they talk with their mouths. It's like the Italians. And that's a big deal. It's just learning how humor, and to lighten up. That's what I say to Paul Wesley all the time. What's up, man? Tell me.
Hi, Ian. How do you get idea to make the Brothers Bond production?
How did we get the idea for Brothers Bond?
Yeah.
We were so sick of having to pay for whiskey that we're like, hey, let's just spend, $20 million and start our own company. It's the most expensive bottle of whiskey I've ever had. Took about $20 to get here, but we're here. Brotherhood. And the idea that things, I got you, sister. Things bond, look, shared experience bonds people. And we came from the entertainment world, right? Entertainment, the connection that people have over watching a TV show. Shared experience bonds us. We bond together through shared experience. So, yeah, it's whiskey. It's not like, we're not selling orange juice. I get it. But it is a very powerful medium in a way. And with my work with regenerative agriculture and the fact that we are a grain company, and, listen, we made, with our team, Kiss the Ground. Has anyone in this room seen Kiss the Ground on Netflix?
Yeah.
Wow, very few people. Holy shit. Okay. Well, we pulled it off of Netflix, but we're going to relaunch it next year on Amazon. And you've got to see this. By the way, it's such a 21st century line, but you can find Kiss the Ground, the trailer online, and you can find the trailer for Common Ground online. You can find it on my Instagram as well. But we have been able to change the world with these films. And it's all agriculture. Yes, you could argue that people are like, whiskey, it's alcohol. Yes, it's not for everyone. But one of the things I got you, sister. One of the things you cannot argue is that agriculture is what can heal our planet. Period, end of story. We've seen the data. We know it exists. The only way for us to get out of the climate crisis that we're in, and I don't mean from some bullshit political side. I don't mean neoliberals and neoconservatives fighting each other. No, I'm talking about boots on the ground, nuts and bolts shit. How do we build $1 trillion a year carbon capture food economy while bringing us out of the doldrums of hell of climate disruption? Well, here's the deal, guys. It's called the legacy load of carbon up in the air, right? It's 1,000, oh my God, I'm dad brain. It's 1,000 gigatons of carbon in the atmosphere. If we think that you can drive electric cars or just use paper straws instead of plastic ones, and that's going to change the world, it's not. It's actually not. But what's exciting about it is okay, well then what do? We just grow our food differently. And we were just shooting the third film, so there's Kiss the Ground, Common Ground, and Groundswell. We were just shooting the third film. We were in India. And we're looking at all the data. And Modi, like I stay out of politics, but Modi won in India. And has given us really just an enormous amount of access to everything India has, right? All the science, all the data, all the climate stuff, all the soil stuff, which we need, because India really needs it like we do, right? It's bad news bears right now for their soil. climate change will cease to exist. We will be at zero net carbon by just increasing, think about this for a second. When we increase the soil organic matter in the soil, right? Meaning, we take a bunch of carbon from the atmosphere, put it back down in the soil where it belongs, and it feeds all the little vital microorganisms in that soil. And it gives that soil the ability to sequester what? Carbon dioxide. Our soil has the ability to sequester all the carbon dioxide we put in the air every year. And that will bring us to zero net carbon. Do you know how much what the percentage is we have to increase SOM, or soil organic matter, to reach zero net carbon? Take a wild guess. Like, how many percent do we need to do? 1%. When we increase soil organic matter by 1% globally, we will literally eat every ounce of carbon we produce per year. And because that legacy load is not going to come down, we have to do it through a process called drawdown, which is the drawdown of agriculture. Biosequestration of carbon just comes from growing plants. It's the coolest shit in the world. And we have it at our fingertips. We produce the only comprehensive films that explain how it works. And not only that, we produced the first film, and the head of the USDA saw it and had the film sent to the president of the United States by way of like 3 major Republicans. And they requested that we get $10 billion from the Inflation Reduction Act for soil regeneration. And President Biden saw the film and he gave us $20 billion. So we got $20 billion for soil regeneration, just to start. So shit is about to change, y'all. And it's going to be amazing. People are like, well, what is this regenerative agriculture bullshit? Why should I care? What is it? Super simple. This is the last thing I'll say about it. Regenerative because it affects all of us. Our futures. Think about this. We have 57 years of topsoil left. People are like, well, what does that mean? It means we have 57 harvests left. People are like, well, what does that mean? It means we have about 57 years of food left on this planet. That's it. I don't know about you guys. That makes me a little uncomfortable. It's also unacceptable. So we're about to change it. And we're going to build our topsoil, and we're going to build our agricultural systems. And people say, so what is regen ag? It's just the use of planned grazing methods and using literally living, growing plants at scale to sequester enormous amounts of carbon and put it back in the ground where it belongs. And when you do that, you feed all the vital microorganisms in the soil, healthier plant, healthier planet, healthier people. Public health is going to go up. Public health care costs are going to come down. We're going to start injecting $50 to $80 billion a year back into middle America. That is literally the re-industrialization of middle America. Guys, we're about to kick ass. Pretty cool, right? And the last thing I'll say is, the crazy shit about it is, the one thing you don't do in Regen Ag, which is all we do, is till. When you till soil, you destroy it. And you release one really funky thing. You release carbon. So every year when you drive by fields near your house or out in the country, and you see them out there with those big discs, churning up all that beautiful dark soil, they're releasing carbon. It's the one thing that we don't want to release. Isn't that cool? It's crazy. So, we're about to kick ass. What were you going to say?
So I just wanted to ask about the show. What was the hardest thing, moment, or scene, and how you overcome it?
The hardest thing in Vampire Diaries was Paul Wesley.
Or maybe the Daniel Lewis.
Gillies is amazing. I mean, he's out of his mind. I love him. No, he's so talented. Honestly, man, you're never going to hear me complain. People get on these big shows. I'm the star of a big TV show, and I'm just going to complain about everything. No way, man. It was a magical experience. The hardest thing was the work. It was just making sure to get, we did 100-hour weeks, and then I traveled every weekend. 80, 90 flights a year. This year I'm going to do 110 flights. And I'm not on a TV show. I became an entrepreneur and a dad. And I'll tell you, it is vastly more difficult than being the star of a TV show. It's so crazy being an entrepreneur and living on the road. But no, if you're building brands and businesses that are actually going to give back and help heal soil and heal humanity, then like, dude, that's something to get up every morning for. But it was wild. Yeah, it was crazy. What's up, my friend in the mask?
Sorry about the last.
Don't apologize for anything. You gotta do your thing. That's very sweet of you.
My question comes with a little bit of context, and sorry about my accent also, but...
Don't apologize for your accent either. It's awesome. You're from Mars, right?
From Mexico, actually.
I love that place.
So last year, I was battling with a really severe depression, and I was in a very, very dark place. And my friends think it's silly, but rewatching Vampire Diaries is like the only thing that gave me positive emotions and that made me feel.
100%, dude.
So,
Absolutely. It's like what you're talking about. It happened. No, that's a huge. Thank you for keep going, but thanks for telling me that. I mean, it's a really positive thing.
right here, right now, this is very, very meaningful to me, and so first that so my question is, only if you feel comfortable sharing, do you ever struggle with like mental health things? And if you do, like what helps you overcome those struggles? Maybe I can like use some of those tips.
Well, listen, everybody, I don't care who you are, struggles with stuff in their head. It is tough. The one thing I'm grateful that I don't struggle with, and this is something I learned really, really, really early, because I grew up in the fashion business, and I realized that some of the most beautiful people physically I'd ever met were the ugliest people I'd ever met. So I realized that like, we strive for this beauty that actually doesn't exist, and beauty actually is more inside. And there's so much, again, I'm not a doctor or a scientist, but I study data, like a lot of it. And people have battled depression and mental stuff since the beginning of time. But the major uptick from a societal standpoint is the fact that our food system is really broken, and we use a tremendous amount of chemicals in our agriculture that disrupt not only our gut microbiome, but really affect our brains. I think from a clinical, I think from data, if you talk to some of the greatest like Nobel laureate behavioral psychologists, they'll tell you that there is a direct relationship to our food system as to our mental health within this country. And thankfully, that's all about to change, because as our soil heals, our nutrient density is going to change, and our body's going to change because the pesticides are less. But what I do when I'm just in it, when you can't see the light of day, you remember it's all chemical. We are, as human beings, just little tiny biochemical reactors walking around. And so when you can change the chemicals in your brain, you change your mood. So one of them is gut health, getting your gut to a really healthy place. And I'm sure everyone in here has insurance. You can go request all these tests, get all these gut tests, find out what's going on in your body, and start to heal your gut through herbs, high-dose glutamine. Again, I'm not a doctor, I can't prescribe anything, but this is why I built the vitamin company. There's a lot of ways to heal your gut. And when you start healing your gut, you start realizing how much more powerful your brain gets and how a lot of mental stuff kind of dissipates. One of the reasons we actually created our Calm supplement was for the very reason you're talking about. Saffron. So saffron, like you cook with, right? There's two major studies that just came out that, again, I have to say this publicly, I'm not a doctor, I can't prescribe anything, but I know a lot of shit about data.
Yeah.
Saffron, in high doses, over a 2-week, 4-week, 8-week period, is showing signs that it affects mood and cortisol, like prescription drugs, i.e. Lexapro. There are 26 million Americans in the U.S., or 26 million people in America on Lexapro. I'm sure a bunch of them are in this room. Saffron has been shown to help bioregulate cortisol and mood. So that's why we built our Calm supplement, which has this nanometric liposomal saffron, which is up to 500% more bioavailable than anything. So it actually, you feel it. I take it every day. And so what it does is it helps quiet the noise. You know that freaking noise you get? That's what kind of spins us out a little bit. It quiets that noise. Saffron is the shit. Not only does it taste good and look cool, it really works. And so that's why we were trying to give people, because I see the data, I know what's out there and how much mental stuff is happening. So when people say, when I get to that place, what do? Sunlight, vitamin D is a big one. We have a massive deficiency of vitamin D in this country. I was just talking about this in my meet and greet. Do you know, there's a study that just came out, kids 13 to 18, that prisoners get more sunlight outdoors than teenagers in this country now. That's bad for America. So sunlight, first thing in the morning, between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. Red light from the sun, don't burn out your retinas, but get your eyes in the early morning sun and look at the sun a little bit. Red light changes it too. You can also buy little red lights. There's one that looks like a flower. It's actually really amazing. Jacks your mood. And exercise. Walking, exercising, working out, and then pulling your diet off of processed foods. Get rid of it. Get rid of processed foods and sugar. And you'll start to find, you're like, oh shit, I feel great. It's just chemical. So when you're in it and you can't figure out a way out of it, and you think something's wrong with you, just remember, it's just chemicals. Change the chemicals, change your whole mood. You know, I'm not leaving anyone on this side. I'm gonna go fast, I'm gonna go to this side, but I'm not leaving anyone. Thanks for your questions, guys. Are you happy to be here? Yeah! I am too, man. I am too. What's up, my friend?
Okay, so I have two for you. One real quick. Will you do the hello, brother?
Hello, brother.
And then again, a while back I've seen you in an interview talk about your favorite scene on Vampire Diaries, the film with Vicky. Is that still your favorite?
Oh my God, Vicky. I'm so pissed they killed Vicky. That sucked. She was such a great character. The scene, remember in season 1, episode 5, when Damon and Vicky were running around the Salvatore mansion in their underwear? Well, Vicky was in her underwear. Oh well. And they're like drinking each other's blood. They're wasted. I'm not like promoting that. They were getting like drunk on blood. That was fun. And that's what I thought, like, oh my God, this show. And I remember watching that show, that episode live at Paul's apartment. I was actually with my business manager, who's like my dear big brother and my business partner and everything. And it was episode 5 of season 1, and we were watching in Paul's fancy ass apartment. Paul rented this apartment from the CEO of Evian. It was fancy. And we watched this episode, we were sipping a little bourbon. And this was 15 years ago, man. And Paul, that episode ended. Go rewatch that episode.
I love it.
It's seamless. And we looked at each other and we were like, oh shit, this show is gonna pop. And so much so, it was unfortunate because the CW refused to build a campaign around it because they didn't want to spend the money. And Warner Brothers was like, no, we're not setting a precedent. I almost got a Golden Globe nomination, season 1, from that. From Damon for those performances.
Amazing.
That was wild, and I was so bummed. Yeah, and then my dear sister Gina Rodriguez later on ended up winning a Golden Globe for her work on Jane the Virgin, but they actually realized like we need to build a campaign around this because it was, but they wouldn't do it for me, which is fine. I don't give a shit. But it was like, it was pretty wild to be like on a short list in the Hollywood Foreign Press. I was like, oh, that's crazy. But that stuff again solidified that, and that's that nostalgia we all feel. This show is 172 episodes. It's now been seen by like 1.2 billion people. Not views, but people. So that means 1 in 8 people in the world has seen the show. And so it's like, it's wild to think back and think like, those were great moments. You had them in your house, or on the train, or a plane, whatever. We had them live on the set, and then we got to watch it and experience it. So it was meaningful for everyone. And like, look, let's be honest. It was a teen vampire soap opera. But when over an eighth of the population has seen it, you're like, okay, something worked here. But it was that nostalgia and that feeling of family and brotherhood and sisterhood. And initially that show said, especially season 1, which was like, it's okay to be depressed. It's okay to lose your parent. It's okay to have an addiction. It's okay to just be human. Because at the end of the day, we are humans. But it's up to us to rise above that shit, which a lot of us in this room have done. You know what I mean? For ourselves and for our families and our communities, we have to rise above it. And I think that's what's so crazy about now in the world, how divisive this country is, politically, environmentally, financially. But when we bring it back down to communities, then we win. And the community, like the Vampire Diaries community, think about how big it is. But like, look at this room you're in. Everyone's smiling. When was the last time you were in a room where everyone was in a good mood? So remember this feeling and take it out there into the world. Someone cuts you off, you know, in the street, instead of like honking out like, fuck yeah! Just be like, have a good day, bro. Why are we so angry? Well, our food system's broken, our educational system's broken, our political system's broken. But we don't have to fall victim to that. When we build our households and our communities to have that solidarity, that structure and that awesomeness, it doesn't matter what's happening. And that's why, you know, I've gotten so many calls to endorse candidates throughout this whole election process. And I'm like, listen, man, thanks for the call, but no. And I'll tell you why. Because with Kiss the Ground and Common Ground and Groundswell, we're building systems. We're actually building the largest carbon capture food economy in the world, which is going to be worth hundreds of billions of dollars for communities. But we're building systems that are impervious to regime change. Doesn't matter who's in office or in power. The community still rises. That's the shit right there. That's what we want. Not this crazy title changes, right? So, yeah, it's been very special with that. What's up, brother? Someone else with testicles.
So, which character would you like to interact more with, Catherine or Elena?
Catherine was mean, dude. Like, everyone loves a sassy Catherine. She was just mean. Elena, for sure. And I was such a Delana fan until I realized how mean Delana fans just got mean. They got mean to each other. They're really mean to my wife, too. I was like, guys, you realize this is a TV show. And they were mean. And I was like, all right, guys, I don't think I can be a Delana fan anymore. I think I'm just going to stick to Stelana. Let them fight it out. But Catherine was a bitch. But you know what? She had a shitty childhood and she had a tough life, and she used it. You know, why? What did you like more?
Honestly, unpopular opinion, I love Catherine.
No, people loved her. That's why you guys are sick of her. Bonnie was the best. Is it just me? I am so surprised that Damon and Bonnie didn't have this like crazy affair. Because think about it. It was all about a love triangle. And like, if it was Bonnie and Damon, there would have been all the drama because they were the best friends and friends in a coffin. And hooking up with the boyfriend and shit, but
You're gonna hook up with the prison world.
that ship is definitely sailed. Prison World is the best. That was the best. What's up, my friend?
With your companies, have you guys thought about branching out into doing children's?
We are going to do children's. Absorption Company is about to, the R&D that we're doing is so big. And by the way, like going to stuff you can feel and helping people. Again, I'm not a doctor, I can't prescribe anything, but the shit we have coming down the pipeline is so big. I mean, the supplement industry is a $55 billion a year industry, and we're about to literally upend it.
My father steals my calm all the time.
Thank you. Yeah, I take Calm all the time too. It's sleep, getting people to sleep. I haven't slept in 20 years. We're literally changing the world with this company. If you have anyone who is a little stressed about the way the world is, try that Calm. If you can't sleep, try the sleep. People who haven't slept in 20 years are sleeping. No, I got you guys. I see you. And then energy gives you this energy. There's no crash and there's no jitters. And then Restore is like liquid IV and steroids. I mean, that other company I just mentioned is like sugar and stuff. Our Restore is like immune. It just crushes. We kill it. What's up, man?
Hi.
What's up, brother?
Which place or places would you advise us to visit in Louisiana?
In Louisiana? Louisiana is an interesting place, man. The South is a very beautiful place, but it's plagued by fast food restaurants and interstate highways, and it's not a very healthy place. But the small towns and the natural beauty and being on the bayou, like, if I was going to go to Louisiana, I'd go to New Orleans, because that's a fun place. It's a city, it's a little dangerous at times, like stay on the lit streets, you know what I mean? Don't be walking drunk down side streets at like 3 in the morning. That's not a good idea anywhere. But go take some of the swamp tours, like there's one called the Honey Island Swamp Tour. Dude, you get on these airboats. Oh, I'm not leaving you, I see you. You get on these airboats and you go through the swamps, and you're feeding these like 200 million year old giant alligators that are like coming out of the water, and it's all the Spanish moss, and you know, there's deer and raccoons, and it's a very old place. You feel like you're transported into another world, into another time. Amazing food, amazing music, and then swamp tours. Or, you know, go down to the Gulf of Mexico and charter a fishing boat and go out to like the oil rigs. You're catching fresh tuna and mahi-mahi, and you're just like speckled trout. It's magic. It's a really magical place. But it's plagued by divisive politics, obesity, and a lot of like unhealthy shit. So but it's culture. It's great culture. So I would go to New Orleans, start checking out the swamp tours and shit. Dude, you'll love it. It's fucking freaking ancient world. Sorry, guys. What's up, my friend?
Hi. So me and my best friend we just been to Atlanta, Georgia to visit the TBD set.
Fun town, right?
Yeah, it's really fun. What do you miss about Georgia or your role?
Oh, I miss Georgia.
Atlanta?
Has anyone been to Mystic Falls? A lot of people. It is so fun down there, right?
Very good.
So, dude, you know what's crazy? I went to the wrong business. I invested in all the wrong shit. So this is Chamber of Commerce numbers. Covington, or Coveywood. Later, brothers. Thanks, guys. So Covington, Georgia, the Vampire Diaries orbit brings $110 million a year to that community. 110 million. I was like, I am in the wrong business, yo. But it's special. I miss Georgia like crazy. We had 1,200 acres there. I just had to give it up last year in March, or year before last. Matt Davis and I had a boat on a lake there. that my business manager and my lawyers were like, you have to get rid of this boat. The amount of liability of like owning a boat with someone is crazy. But I held on to it literally until last year. I was like, I just can't do it. So I severed all my ties with Georgia. But Georgia lives in here. I love it down there. Louisiana and Georgia, if you have a chance to get down to Mystic Falls, go, dude. You can drink a shitload of Brothers Bond and some coffee, because you're going to need it to get through the whiskey. And then just go, see all the sets, go to all the places, and you can stay in them. Like, you can rent Caroline's house as an Airbnb, you know? What's up, man? Yeah, what's up? Tell me.
Number one, who was your favorite person working with in the cast, the whole cast, like one person, your favorite? And the second question, will there ever be a season 9 or a spin-off?
So there are already a bunch of spin-offs. Congratulations, man. I love that age. Talking cutie little shit. My favorite character was the crow to work with. All the humans I could deal without. Actually, the crow was an asshole. Dude, it was a craven. So it was half crow, half raven. And that thing was this big. And it had that big raven beak and sharp. You don't realize how sharp it is. And it would peck you and it hurt. And the crow was a bigger diva than Paul. It took a long time to shoot, so we were like, Damon's got to eat the crow. I loved our cast. I just loved being there with our team. I mean, we had an amazing relationship. We all loved each other. It was a big giant love fest. We had so much fun, and we busted ass together for a long time. And by the way, we shot the pilot in Vancouver. We shot the show in Atlanta, and the show would have never been the show if we would have been in LA. Because it would have been, everyone would have been too cool for school. Hollywood's super weird, dude. It just gets under your skin. Everyone gets an invite. I got you, Paula. Everyone gets an invite to a premiere, and they think they're all fancy and shit. We were in the trenches together. And I know you. Do I know you? In the red, right here in the...
No.
No? Did you do some cool social stuff with us years ago? No?
Unfortunately not.
Wow, you have a freaking doppelganger, dude. By the way, there's this crazy this study that just came out. Scientists broke down why there are lookalikes, doppelgangers on planet Earth, of people who aren't related. You should Google it, it's wild. But yeah, we were like, it was amazing that we had this connection. And it was amazing. You in the hat, I got you too. What's up? I'm gonna go fast so I can get everyone.
Yeah, because we have one more.
Oh no, we gotta go fast. Tell me. One. Yeah. Because it was the shit. And Damon wasn't some love. You know why Damon had to become the love interest? It's because Paul and Nina hated each other. And then we got better and they fell, Paul, Damon, and Elena fell in love and everybody was happy. But it was pretty funny, right? No, but I want to get these questions. Talk to me. I want to go back in the back. Talk to me in the gray sweater. Oh yeah, I didn't answer your question. There won't be a season 9. There's a couple of spin-offs, but I don't think, is it something I said? I do play Damon all the time in the mirror. No, it was amazing, dude. Look, that was an amazing ship. It sailed, but God, the memories live forever, forever and ever. Paula, what was your question, baby? I got you too. What's up, Paula? Tell me.
First of all, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Fine, really good. My question is, do you plan on doing bourbon signings in Europe?
A lot of bourbon signings in Europe. We're just about to launch there. So, man, we're excited. As if I needed more travel, but I'm doing it. I am doing it. I owed, oh, she left, never mind, she took off. I owed you, in the pink hair, I owe you.
As an entrepreneur, are there any books that you read that inspired you to create your brand?
Oh my God. Being an entrepreneur is insane. Yes, there are a couple books. There's one called Good to Great. I forgot the author. Good to Great. And there's another one that I'm just reading, and I'm blanking because I have dad brain, and it's shit. But I'm going to post them because they were so meaningful to me. I'm going to post them this week. So be on the lookout because I'm going to post these 2 books. They're amazing. Why, are you starting a company?
Yes, I am.
What are you starting?
A travel agency.
Oh, wow. In this day and age,
Yeah.
travel agents, I guess, yeah, they still work, huh? Well, good luck with that, man. Find that innovation. Use AI or whatever you got. AI scares the shit out of me. But find that, what's that differentiator? What makes you different? And how can you get in, like, how can you just make people's lives better? You know? Smart ad, all that stuff. Smart ads, all those things that really build up to you having a successful company. Oh, this poor guy. I'm sorry, brother. You are a trooper, man. Sitting in the back, in the hat, the black hat, the gray sweater. You're a trooper, brother. You are a trooper, brother. What's up, my friend? In the black, the dark, with the blue glasses. You. Oh, what's up, kiddo? It's a great question, man. I would have gone into some kind of business, probably import stuff, because I was exposed to a lot of international travel. I probably would have done that. I love being a catalyst for some great change in the world. But if I could have been successful in life without the fame, I definitely would have done it. People think fame is all, they love it. It's weird. And it's unnatural. Guys, I hate my figure skater friend. What's up? She said, no, I'm not joking. She's a figure skater. I didn't make that shit up.
Okay, what's your opinion on Steffusi?
Steffusi? Let me explain something to you about Steffusi. Before there was Steffusi, there was Damusi. So, Steffusi's just a chip off the old block, you know what I'm saying? You guys are the best, man. I owe you a question. Sorry. Oh, there's also someone with testicles. Hold on, I gotta answer that. And I got you. What's up, man?
So my sister Sophia, she's in New York and she wanted to be here. So she told me, okay, if you see Ian, just say hi.
Sophia, we wish you were here. Woo, Sophia!
Thank you. And I'm a huge Lost fan, so yeah.
They killed my ass, man.
Yeah.
Lost, that messed me up. It was a humbling experience. What were you gonna ask me?
Who's your least favorite character?
I don't have a least favorite character. Never in a million years would I have a least favorite character. We love them all. Although some of the storylines I didn't really get, but it's a lot, you know? Tell me. What's that? Un poco. Dime. Yeah, someone translate, because I'm
She's
tired.
coming from Honduras.
From Honduras.
Her daughter. They love you since they were 5 years old.
Since you were tiny.
Oh.
Gracias, familia. Thank you for the love, man. Yep.
My baby has a question.
Gracias. What were you saying?
She said her baby has a question because she's pregnant.
Congrats, dude. What's the baby's question?
Well, first off, the baby wants to know, is this the first time you're wearing that shirt? Because you have a sticker on it.
You have 2 stickers.
Oh no, and I'm glad actually because I need
Oh,
them
okay.
to put on my bottles. I was
Okay,
like,
sorry.
someone just told me they're like, you have these stickers. I needed them actually.
Okay.
They're gold and double gold stickers for the whiskey. I want to put them in the bottles.
Real question. Do you have a favorite moment, Salvatore Michelson brother moment on the show? Either the scene or like behind the scenes just was fun
A
doing.
lot of behind the scenes shit was amazing, but I loved all the 1864 stuff. I just loved that stuff. It was so special. They were trying to kill each other and shit, you know?
Not yet.
What were you gonna ask, babe? In the back. Yeah. in a crossover episode. Did you ever see that show, The Nick? Dude, there was a show. Clive Owen starred in it. Steven Soderbergh wrote it, directed it, produced it, shot it, except for a couple episodes. It's about the turn of the century medicine in New York City, like 1905, something like that. It's all centered around a hospital called the Knickerbocker. See this show. It is by far, other than The Wire, like my favorite show ever. Lost was amazing too. This show, I was like, oh my God, could you imagine Damon in 1906? You know, like, I just would have looked. We had $25 million worth of standing sets on the Vampire Diaries. We had more standing sets than any other show. So we could never leave. The studio was like, why are we going to go spend money in shooting in Paris? Or, you know, we wanted to go back to like where the Salvatores originated from. I know I have to go, I'm sorry. We wanted to go back to where the Salvatores originated from, but they wouldn't let us go, even though there were tax incentives to do it, because we had $25 million worth of sets. So I was like, how cool would it have been to see Damon in like the Knickerbocker in 1906, or to see Damon in like a Rolling Stones concert in like 1968, you know, like using archival footage. Because Warner Brothers has all kinds of stuff, but we weren't that special. Hey, I love and appreciate you all. Thank you for being here. And just like, what a dream to be in LA, man. For all of you. Thank you. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Let's take some pictures and waste a bunch of your time.